you say is like your biggest message?
Oh, I think this is my best graphic right there.
Yeah.
I like that one. I've had people walk down to the end of the block and back and ask me. But I love that cause back.
What do you mean by it?
Building number 7, WTC 7, the Solomon building, the one that was not mentioned in the 9/11 report. The third building to fall in New York City on 9/11 that nobody ever talks about. That housed all 16 of our intelligence agencies and my emergency bunker. It was a fortress. The one that from where we're standing from the Twin Towers was from here all the way over to the other side of the French Market. And at 5:20 in the afternoon, after not being hit by a damn thing, did this in 6 seconds. That building was on. You've never seen it come down? You didn't know anything about it? I have information on it. I can show you it coming down on that screen back there, and you will wonder, why the hell have we never heard about this?
So what do you think?
Well, doesn't it get you thinking? What would you think? If a building just came down like this, for no reason, perfect controlled demolition, no explanation, what would you think happened? You see, she's beautiful, she's smart, it's just that quick, ain't it? I mean, you don't have to be a rocket scientist to see that we've been lied to about that.
Yeah.
Building number 7 was the third largest structural failure in history. 47 stories tall, housed all 16 of our intelligence agencies and the mayor's emergency bunker. It was a fortress. 16 hijackers did not get into that building and lay demolition charges. And the answer to that question will win you your freedom. Because right now, all the people that have been walking by us, and we've been talking about this, are heading into slavery. And we'll be lucky if we can survive through slavery. Now, if that sounds alarmist, don't do that. Once the world economy collapses, it's going to happen worldwide. You'll feel it in Virginia and in South Africa. Just about every damn place else. I mean, the whole idea of the guys that did that is to eliminate, well, some can go as far as all of us, but estimates of 97% of people on the planet. Oh yeah, look at the Georgia Guidestones. Ever hear of them? Oh, aren't I a wealth of information? Georgia Guidestones, 1974 in Elberton, Georgia, which happens to be the granite factory of the world. I don't know why.
The granite factory?
Granite factory of the world, Elberton, Georgia. Yeah, a lot of granite. Granite everywhere. Triple. Streets everywhere. All right. Skywalk Elberton Granite Factory. All distinguished foreign accent. Call himself R.C. Christie. I want you to get into the microphone. I represent the most powerful people in the world. Here's the mic. So it's still there. It's called the American Stonehenge. You got these 4-20-foot high, this thick granite, astronomical line, the whole some kind of things almost like. And the 10 directives for the future of mankind in 8 different languages carved in granite. The number 1 directive: maintain the world's population of no more than 500 million age. Well, they're a little over 7 billion of us here, give or take a few billion on the planet right now, which means about 97% of us have to find someplace else to live real soon, because that's what they installed. World population, who's they? The same people that brought down those towers.
But I love it.
Well, I would go to the Bilderberg group. Have you ever heard of them? There you go, look them up. 1954, the most powerful Western movers and shakers met at the Bilderberg Hotel in Austria. That's where they got their name. And they've been meeting once a year in secret, different locations around the world, every 4th year in North America. And, CEOs, heads of state, heads of Google, banks, the people that run that. And they meet behind closed doors, behind just layers and layers of security. No press is allowed. Nothing but press is there. You'll find all these guys there, but they're not reporting on it. They're not outside or not going on. So they're in there talking about how they're going to take us over, how they're going to kill us all. You know, actually, we're going to welcome our own death. We're going to march into the FEMA camps. Take care of me, you know. Because once they collapse the world economy, it's no more what it talks about survival. It comes down to food and water. We all turn into cannibals. 90% of us turn into cannibals after 15 years. You know, it's a reality. So when the food stops, you know, to give you an idea, during the Great Depression here, when 90% of this populace was agrarian, they grow their own food, take care of themselves. 7 million people starved to death in this country back then. Today, 90% of these people couldn't grow weeds with instructions. So when the food chain stops, what do you think how long these people last? How many, you ever seen like 4 million starving people? You're about ready to see. Well, soon. It'll probably happen soon. I can't imagine that because this is being known. I speak to firefighters and policemen and military every day that know that's an inside job. It's common knowledge. So when something like this becomes common knowledge, it's hard for the criminals to keep presenting the illusion that everything's okay. It's not. They're killing us. They want to kill us. That's why they've got fluoride in the water, poison in our vaccines. They're putting spray in the air with chemtrails. We got more poisons coming into the soil and everything else. We get cancer. When I was a kid, 1 out of 35 people got cancer. Today it's 1 out of 3, going to 1 out of 2, soon it'll be all of us. And yet we spent how many trillions of dollars looking for the cure for cancer? Guess what, folks? There is a cure. Don't put the crap in you. It's going to give it to you to begin with. Oh, that stuff is full of poison. You got aspartame in there, glyphosates, that stuff right there. Yeah, I wouldn't drink that if it didn't come into my head.
Yeah.
Start looking at that. That's why at least over there, you know, in South Africa, I don't think you guys allow GMO food. Yeah, here, our government won't even allow us to label them. Yeah. And this asshole just signed another GMO corn into existence here. Screw you! No, most of the civilized world is outlawed it. Here, this son of a bitch said he was going to go ahead and, you know, yeah, you let me president. Yeah, we'll take care of it. Yeah. 8 years later, he's saying screw you, and he's signing new GMO corns on the market.
Really?
Really? All the things he told us he lied about. The first thing he did is like pushing Cheney off the hook, stopped all the investigations for war crimes, and he gave him immunity from war crimes, so nobody can charge him with anything ever again. Really? Doubled our debt? Yeah. Opened up our borders. Our standard of living is crashing. I used to come out here and make 3 times the amount of money I'm making today, 3-4 years ago. All the shoppers. Cost of no kind of services. And you become more and more of a slave. But that's okay. That's okay. Pay no attention to anything. Just you pretend this is, you know, enjoy yourself. Yeah, I highly recommend you start realizing what's going on and start doing something about it, and you'll never get to be my age. We can still win this thing. But we need enough people to wake up to what the lies are and start acting, doing something about it. That's all it takes. And it only takes us to start doing little things. We don't have to go out, grab an M16 and run to the front line. Grow a garden. Barter. Learn how to make something. You know, I don't care if it's sewing or carpentry or, you know, something to do with your hands. Because again, you have to start thinking like this. What are you going to do when the lights go out?
You need to buy 3 hammocks in their backyard.
Think about that. How long can you survive if cell phones, cars won't work, EMP, if the EMP hits, electromagnetic pulse, right? It could be natural, the sun hit us at the right angle, or an enemy could have just detonated an atomic bomb in the atmosphere. I talked to a guy who was an expert in energy. You have 3 energy grids. He says if any one of those energy grids go out, I just talked to him about it. Actually, I talked to a lot of them. So if any one of those energy grids go out, all 3 of our energy grids go out, and this country will not see electricity for 24 months. In the first 6 months, 90% of us will be dead. Because you would not be able to survive. The masses of hungry people looking for food, the dead bodies, the disease, pestilence, it'll be hell. It'll be road warrior condition. And that's exactly what we're heading to if we don't do something about it. Even in the best case scenario, I still see 20% of us dying in the next 5 years. That's best case scenario. That's if we wake up and start putting some of these people in jail. And grow enough food to sustain us when the food lines are put on. Because they're going to do, as they have throughout history, they're going to use food as a weapon. All wars have they used food as a weapon. Cut off the supply line, starve the people into submission, take their guns. Uh-oh, can't say nothing now, can you? Yeah. You don't want to know why they get a push to try to get our guns here. Figure that one out.
Yeah. Nice to meet you.
Can I give you my card?
Sure.
You want to see building number 7 coming down? Or just take a second, I'll show you it come down.
Yeah, I'd like to see it.
What are they reporting? Lies, baby. Lies, lies, lies. You've been lied to since you were born. You've been telling you that there's a Santa Claus, and that there's a tooth fairy, and that, 19 hijackers brought down 3 buildings with 2 planes. Wake up and smell the coffee and grab some damn freedom, will you?